This is the Good Government Show.
So an assessor is someone that actually goes out, evaluates property. As cliche as that sounds, I truly love working for the people. I'm a taxpayer too. I don't want to have to overpay, so why should somebody else have to overpay? Before I was an assessor, I spent 10 years in ditches. I'm most proud of the fact that I feel like I've bridged a gap between people being afraid of what county government can do versus what we can actually do for them. I think that gap of taxable citizens and the government is very rocky. Be the person that you want to deal with when you come into the building.
How much is your house worth? Your local tax assessor knows, and you may not agree with them, but in Fulton County, Indiana, the tax lady created a program to help everyone understand their tax bill. But more important, Kasey Lee gets out of the office and meets people where they are. Welcome to the Good Government Show. I'm Dave Martin. First, help us share the message of good government by liking us and sharing us where we are on social media. Make sure to review us, too. We all need to talk about good government. So, you own a home or a building and you have to pay taxes on it. Ugh, taxes, right? No fun. Well, I won't say Kasey Lee is making it fun, but she is making it easier to understand the tax bill and to help citizens pay their correct bill. She created a program called the Fulton County Assessor's Mobile Office. The idea came to her from her mission to really help people of her county. She takes her office on the road, on Saturdays, all around the county. Then she extended her office hours. She's made a difference, and at no extra cost, just her time she really didn't have to commit to. You're going to hear from a very impressive public servant. The program is a success. It got off to a slow start. I mean, who wants to talk to the tax assessor? But now when she shows up on a Saturday morning, there's a line of people waiting to talk to her. That's public service. We also talk about pork fried tenderloins and round barns and Tarzan, you'll hear. So coming up, Kasey Lee, a National Association of Counties Achievement Award winner for taking her office on the road. We have a new partner here on the Good Government Show, Hello Nation. This is a new digital magazine that showcases the best of cities across the nation. We'd all prefer if good news traveled faster. At Hello Nation, positive stories don't just get told, they get amplified. Hello Nation helps businesses, leaders, and communities share positive stories that matter, building trust, credibility, and meaningful connection. Through professionally produced podcasts, digital features, and targeted distribution, Hello Nation positions you as the answer regular folks are looking for, while expanding and scaling your digital footprint across the platforms that people trust. Good news deserves momentum. Your city or your business can help spread the word of good news across the nation. At Hello Nation, they don't just have advertisers, they have advertisers. Editorial content from trusted community leaders and cities that are helping spread the good news. Let Hello Nation lift you up and lead the conversation. Visit hellonation.com to learn more. Once you wrap up this episode of the Good Government Show, give a listen to our friends over at Good News for Lefties. This daily podcast highlights news stories that show there's more good news out there. Other people in government are really trying to do the right thing. That's Good News for Lefties. Listen where you're listening now. Welcome to the Good Government Show. I'm happy to have with me Kasey Lee, who is the Fulton County Assessor of Fulton County, Indiana. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. We are here at the National Association of Counties, where you are about to receive an achievement award for something called the Fulton County Assessor's Mobile Office, correct?
Yes, I'm very excited about that. It's a huge honor for myself and my county.
And I'm sure your entire team that put this all together.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So first, let's begin and explain to me, where is Fulton County, Indiana?
So Fulton County is about an hour and 45 minutes north of Indianapolis and about 45 minutes south of Notre Dame, right along 31.
And other than parking to Notre Dame games, what brings people to Fulton County?
Well, we are known for round barn. So we have a lot of round barns.
Round barns.
Round barns. So yeah.
Okay, I live in Brooklyn. You have to explain round barns. Sorry.
So it's literally exactly as it sounds. They're very old. They're round barns. They're very historical. We have several of them in our county.
Okay.
We have a whole festival at one point surrounding the round barns. We're also known for
a round barn festival.
A round barn festival. And our claim to fame is, from what I'm told, is we were the birthplace of the first Tarzan.
Really?
Yes. So way back when the first Tarzan movie came out, that gentleman was from Rochester, Indiana. We have a very small museum on the side of the highway where we do reenactments, because the Trail of Courage goes through the 31 corridor. And during that, you could go through the museum and they have a tribute to the Tarzan, the round barns. We've got several round barns that were taken apart and reconstructed on that site as well.
Okay.
So yeah, it's...
Well, I've been to Tarzana, California,
yeah,
but
not the
now,
same.
So now,
not the same.
Now I have to add Fulton County, Indiana for my full Tarzan experience.
Yeah, for your full Tarzan experience.
All right. You are the first person I talked to. You are the assessor for Fulton County.
Yes.
Let's start here. What is an assessor?
So an assessor is someone that actually goes out, evaluates property, whether it's real property or personal property, for the purpose of taxation being applied to it. So we evaluate everything from the business side, industrial, what's in it as far as air conditioning, coolers, you name it, we cover it. The same with houses. We also evaluate geothermal and solar panels.
So you are the tax man.
I am the tax man.
Tax woman, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm the tax woman. So
all right.
I'm not everyone's cup of tea for about 3 months out of the year. Other than that, people are good with me.
Are people happy to see you when you arrive?
Not usually.
Oh, really?
Not usually. So it's once every, so it's a 4-year system that happens. Our county's broke up into 4 different districts, and every year, we cover a district, and after 4 years, we start over. So
every 4 years you go back and go.
Every 4 years we go back and start over.
Let's take another look at this round barn and see where we are.
Yeah.
Are you an accountant? Are you a financial person?
I am none of that. Never in a million years did I think I was going to be doing assessment work, but I love doing government work. So
yes.
As cliche as that sounds, I truly love working for the people and helping them navigate things and understand things. And so me going out and doing work in the assessment field allows me to have a lot of conversations with people to help them understand things and what they need to do and what they can do that doesn't hurt them.
And do they realize after the conversation, well, she's not so bad?
Yeah, I make more friends than enemies usually.
Good. All right. Well, a long time ago, we had someone on from the IRS, and it was her job to explain, the IRS services. And one of the things she said was, look, we don't want to take your money.
Right.
We want to take the money that we're supposed to have.
Right.
And we're here to help to make sure that you pay the correct amount. I mean, is that a similar feeling?
It is very similar. I do not want people to be overvaluated and pay more taxes than they need to. So I try to give them every tool they can. If there's a will, there's a way.
Right.
I give them every chance they can to help me through the process so they aren't overvaluated and they're not paying too many taxes.
So you're actually, even though that they may not be happy to see you at first, you're actually helping them out by showing up.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
I pride myself on that. So I'm a taxpayer too. I don't want to have to overpay. So why should somebody else have to overpay?
Fair enough. What did you do before you were an assessor?
Before I was an assessor, I spent 10 years in ditches. Literally in ditches. So I was a
construction
deputy.
trade? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I was a deputy surveyor for my county for 10 years prior to doing what I do now. So basically surveying work for a county level is ditches, farm field. We survey water. So we lay tile. We do drain plans for businesses to make sure they're not having water encroach on their neighbors. We used to have a lot of smaller homes that were original to some of our lakes. People would come in, buy that property, take it down, and then they'd build a huge house, flood out their neighbors. So we make sure that doesn't happen from water runoff.
So your next job, something completely different, lifeguard? What are you thinking?
Congress. How about that?
All right then, Congress.
Why not?
Would you like to kick off the Kasey Lee for Congress campaign right here? here on the Good Government Show?
Not yet, but I may circle back to that some year.
All right. Well, good. We will be here. Now, as a result of having people not wanting to overpay on their taxes, you have created the Fulton County Assessor's mobile office. Tell me what this is.
So from my understanding, I'm the first person to do that anywhere.
Really?
Yes. So basically what happens is I take everything that I do in my office, I put it out into the county areas, all the different townships I travel to through the month of May to about mid-June.
Okay.
And when I do that, I typically give 4-hour window gaps for people. I do it on Saturdays from usually about 8 or 9 in the morning for about 4 hours.
Till we're done?
Yeah. And then I also open my office till about 8 o'clock at night a couple times a week, where people can come in and have conversations. Because what I found is that a lot of times, being a rural county, there's a lot of people that commute out, and we also have a large lake presence where we have second homes. So people that live out of state don't always have the opportunity to come in and have conversations. You can email us, you can call us, but it's not the same as being able to show people in person and explain things on their cards.
When they bring all their receipts and all their papers.
When I bring everything, yes, it is so much easier to do in person. So I thought, we're going to start doing this out into the public. And it was a slow start, but I'm 3 years deep in it. And usually
you've been doing this for 3 years.
I've been doing this for 3 years.
All right, let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
There you are taking a shower and you go, I have an idea. How did this happen?
So I was running for office and I said, I am so sick of the government being terrible to people. I'm going to do something that's going to help them. And this is what came out of it, my mobile office.
Where did you come up with the idea?
I don't know how I came up with it. One day I was just doing something
well,
and I
great
said,
ideas happen
I need to start doing things in my community outside of my office.
Okay.
And I went to my commissioners and I went to my council and I didn't ask them if I could do it. I just said, I'm going to do this. You can either give me your blessing and say it's okay, or you don't, and I'm going to do it anyway. And they gave me their blessing. I promised them it wouldn't cost them any money. No one is paid for the time at this. We just go out. There's no mileage being paid on it. This is all just out of our free time and good nature. So we go out into the community and just talk about everything.
And how many people do you have that do this with you?
It is just me.
Oh.
So my staff works in the background. It is just me. My staff works in the background. They're more than welcome to come, and I've offered it to them, but I do not force my staff to come and work.
Have a few of them made it out?
I have had some people that have popped in and checked on me. They're like, hey, do you need help? And this was the first year I probably could have used help in the field, because now when I go to my mobile locations, I actually have a line of people waiting for me before I get there. So it went from maybe 2 or 3 people would show up in my different areas to now I have a line of people.
Really?
And then I have people that'll call me that are so upset that they missed it. They will ask me if I will come to their property. Hey, I'm going to be at my house on a Saturday. Will you come? And I'll go there and I'll stand in their yard and go over stuff.
So the tax assessor makes house calls.
I make house calls and people love it.
I bet.
People love it. So I house call, and I have had one, I have a lot of Mennonite and Amish in my community. I had one that asked me to come out to the farm and they brought other families into it.
Please tell me there was a round barn.
There was no round barn.
Okay,
they don't do the round barn.
Oh, they don't?
No, they don't do the round barn. And I didn't get any good cooking out of it either. So I was kind of sad, man. But I know. But I go in there and they call in other families and they have a conversation with me. So I try to come across very easygoing, because I don't want people to be afraid of what we do or why we're there. It's not a trap. I think at first people thought it was a trap, but then the word
You don't look very scary.
I'm not. But it's gone well. I'm going to keep doing it until I'm not there anymore. So this
is way beyond the scope of typical government offices.
It absolutely is. And when I'm out there, I cover things beyond my office. So even though I've left surveying, I have people that tell me that a field tile's broke and they're losing crop because the water won't go away. So I take that back and I talk to my surveyor. I have people, I check exemptions when I'm in the field. So, if they're missing their over 65 credit or they're missing a homestead, I tell them how they can go get it. I bring a lot of paperwork with me into the field so they can fill it out there and I turn it in for them.
This sounds like very good government.
It is good government and I love doing it. I wish I could do it longer, but that window from May to mid-June, it's there for a purpose because in my state, that's your appeal period, May 1st to June 15th. So I go out and help people understand how they can appeal property that we have wrong.
And I'm guessing you don't want to work every weekend.
Well, no, I'm involved in a lot of other things.
Okay.
Different scopes of my work kick in after that appeal process is done. And I just don't have enough time to go out there because reassessment starts in my county after that.
Oh, I see.
And we're back looking at properties again. So that's just a slower time period for me. And that's why I go out and do it during.
So this is a 3-year-old project.
3-year-old project.
And what's the progression been over the 3 years?
So I would say, so at the end of my first year, I think I only had 17 people.
Okay.
And I was I felt a little defeated. And I think some of the people that gave me their blessing to do it were thinking, okay, this wasn't going to work. But
yes.
I told them I'm still going to keep doing it. This year I did over 120 people.
Wow.
Yeah. And when I started, people that would appeal, it used to be we would have maybe 80 appeals that would go to a board to try to change their tax values. By the time I'm done explaining everything, I would say about 70% of them withdraw. And now before they even appeal, I'm down to maybe having 1 or 2 that go to a board to appeal their property.
What's the biggest reason why people engage you and meet with you?
Because their value has gone up overall and they don't understand why, because they haven't done anything to improve their house. So they look, we as Indiana, we send a sheet out and it has to be mailed by law before May 1st. And it shows a comparison from the previous year to the current year. And a lot of times the land might not change unless it's agricultural, but the valuation of their buildings when there's a home always does because there's market factors involved. There's all sorts of things involved in that.
The cost of real estate always goes up, right?
Right. And most people don't understand what's happening, why it's happening, where it's going to go from there.
How do you explain that? How do you say, yes, I know and I'm totally making up these numbers.
Right.
I live in Brooklyn, so my numbers are going to be different than yours.
Right.
But last year, a house was worth $100,000. This year, it's worth $125,000. How do you explain that?
I look at everything. And some of them I've seen every year and I look at it every year. And most of the time it has to do with the market factor and sales and it's things they can't help. By the time they leave me, they're still not happy, but they understand. And I've had people come.
Are you part friends?
Yeah. And sometimes.
Okay. Right.
I very rarely have had anyone say, you know what, I just don't get this. I throw their arms up and leave. I make sure that they have my attention as long as they need it. And I explain it as best as I can to them and break it down as simply as possible.
What about this project are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of the fact that I feel like I've bridged a gap between people being afraid of what county government can do versus what we can actually do for them. So in educating them, they educate me a little bit. And I think overall, when people are done, they come to my office for things that we have nothing to do with, but we make sure they get to the right spot going forward.
So they come in with all kinds of questions about highway problems or parking problems.
They really do. We get phone calls, emails, people come in and we walk them to where they need to be. We stay with them until they get their questions answered because I find that a lot of people don't know how to ask what it is they need. So when they start explaining it, once we get them to where they need to be. And once we'll ask them, are you okay? Do you want us to go? And they either say yes or no. My staff is excellent at that.
Have you I don't know quite how to put this. No, have you shamed other government officials in your county into being a little more outgoing or having a little more outreach?
A little bit,
All right.
not much. I do have, there is another office, the recorder's office. They work very well with people. You know, they go over and above. And I feel like it might be catching on a little bit, but I think most of the time when people say something about what I do, I think it low-key kind of irks some people. But that's okay. I don't care. I do me and I do it for the people. It doesn't matter to me if...
What would you tell someone in another county or another city about what it is that you do and you know, how beneficial it is to set it up?
You know, it is immensely beneficial because I think that gap of taxable citizens and the government is very rocky, and it helps so much to be a good liaison for that and break down those barriers, because everyone's had a bad experience at the DMV. They just assume government in general is going to be awful, or they've had a bad experience at the IRS, so everyone at local government's going to be awful. And that's not how it works. So I would highly encourage, you know, everyone to try to step out of their comfort zone in their own offices and just be a good person, be a good human, and be the person that you want to deal with when you come into the building. So, you know, I'm always trying to push people to do better, including myself. There's always room for improvement. So,
all right, always room for improvement.
Always room for improvement.
What's the next step? What's the next level of this program?
Well, I'm going to keep doing it. We'll see. We'll see where it goes from here. But I always have ideas.
Are you happy with it? Are you happy with it, or is there?
I am very happy with it. I don't know that there's anything I tweak about it right now.
And this is for people who, you know, they work 9 to 5 and can't get to the office, or they work too far away, and you know, it's too long a drive, and they can't make it in the time that you're there. And
we close at 4:00.
Oh, okay.
You know and if you appeal your property and you have to go to the board, it's during the day, which means you have to take off work. Why should I penalize you and make you leave your job where you might catch a point, or you don't have the ability because you work in a factory to call me, so you can't have a conversation? And I take work home with me. So if I can't get to your phone call, if people want to talk to me, they get me. So if I can't get to your phone call in my 8 to 4, I'll take a stack of paper home. I'll sit in my home office. I call people from home. I tap into my stuff through my laptop. Okay. So your husband is sitting right next to us as we talk. Should we bring him into the conversation? Oh, he's witnessed it. I'll be like, I gotta go to the office and work for a little bit, or I've got to call these people. I step outside. Do the dishes. I'll be right back. Yeah. There's that window. I belong to the people, and that's where I'm at. All right. Well, it is called the Fulton County Assessor's Mobile Office. Yes. It certainly sounds like good government. So that was the easy part. Coming up, we're going to get to the hard part. Okay. All right. The Good Government Show is sponsored by Our. That's OUR for Our Community. Get involved. We hear that all the time from government leaders. Our co-brands with your government's name and logo. Your staff and the people you serve are connected and part of your community. From any device, your members provide reliable data and meaningful feedback. Ask a question like, do we want more parkland or better homeless services? More engaged conversations come through the Our app. Visit Ourco, that's OURCO.com, and book a demonstration. After you get done with this episode, hear more good government stories with our friends at How to Really Run a City. Former mayors Kasim Reed of Atlanta and Michael Nutter of Philadelphia, and their co-host, journalist and author Larry Platt, talk with guests and other mayors about how to really get stuff done in cities around the nation. Check them out where you're listening now, or through their nonprofit news site, thephiladelphiacitizen.org/podcasts. So we have a few questions we like to ask everyone here who's a guest on the show. Sure. You've been in government, county government for, it sounds like, about 20 years now? What, 16. 16, I was 16. Close. All right. Define good government. To me, good government is being a good steward of the people. It's being open. It's being useful properly of their tax dollars, not overspending. It's listening to them. Just because people are talking and you hear them doesn't mean you listen. Now, you can't make everyone happy, but you have to find common ground. And when you find that common ground for the people that feel like they're being left out, you need to have that conversation so they understand either why it can't be included or where we're going in the future with it. So to me, good government, it's more than just one act. It's the whole encompassing of just doing your best for the people.
And if the people don't like what you're doing, if they're frustrated, what should they do?
Have a conversation. I find that there's a lot of people that you can have that conversation with, and they're yes people. They're going to make you feel good that you've left them and you've been heard, but they're going to turn around and not do anything with that. And I think that frustrates me the most in government. But, if you feel you aren't being heard, go to someone else. Or I always tell people, find me. I am your best advocate.
Okay.
Because I will either fight as best as I can for you.
When you knock on the door of the county commission, do they say, oh, what does she want now?
Sometimes I feel like I call and they're like, oh, God.
All right. So what drew you to public service? What made you do this?
I've always been a people person. Always. And I love being able to help people fix problems. So when I went into the surveyor's office and I got a job there, I was fixing things for farmers, and I loved that. And I missed that job and I loved that job, but I needed to move on. I had the absolute best boss I could ever have, and he was a very good steward of government. He taught me a lot, and really, I thank him a lot for everything he's shown me and how to deal with employees to how to deal with the public. And, he always said the most you can do is truly listen to what they say, because when people are mad, all they want to do is vent and know someone hears them. But then take what they say and figure out what you can do to help them. And if you can't help them,
what's the real problem? What can we do?
Get them to the area that can help them.
What did you study in college? I mean, what did you?
So
please tell me you're like a history major or something completely different.
I love history.
Okay.
I actually have an associate's degree in environmental science.
Okay.
So applied science. So
helping farmers is in the wheelhouse.
Yeah, helping farmers is in the wheelhouse. But then I saw there was a need across the hall in the assessor's office, and my time I felt was pretty well at a close for doing ditch work, and I jumped ship, went across the hall. I still help out in the surveyor's office. Right. They run stuff past me and say, hey, what's your thought on this? What do you think we should do with this? So I still kind of get involved with that a little bit, but as assessments, it's a whole different animal, but I truly love it.
Who inspires you? Do you have like a political hero?
Ronald Reagan is
Reagan.
My favorite. He is my favorite president.
Really?
But
of all the presidents?
Of all the presidents, but I am a lover of American history. So this is a perfect place for me. When I'm done here, I'm going to take a little tour of,
we're in Philadelphia?
Of America
right, okay.
history. Yep, it's my thing. So.
All right. Did you always see yourself in public service?
No, I never saw myself in public service. I actually, in the 80s, I was a page for the 106th representative session.
Oh.
So I did
at the State House?
At the State House in Indiana. And never after that did I think I would ever be in government. I actually had aspirations to be in the medical field.
Okay.
So, life changes you.
You weren't president of the senior class?
No, I was not president of the senior class. But I jumped into government and I've embraced it full on. So
you're the county assessor.
Uh-huh.
What would you like people to know about your job?
I think what people need to know about my job is we are there for just the valuation of the buildings itself, not what's in it, not how you take care of it, not the landscape around it. We're totally different than an appraisal for a bank or for real estate. Really, all we care about is the construction of it, how it's made, how old it is.
16 years in government, 2 different departments in government. What would you like people to know about government?
It is tricky.
Okay.
It is tricky. It is full of red tape, but it is always navigable. Always. You just have to find someone that's willing to help you understand it.
What's the best part of your job?
The people.
Yeah.
I love it. I love my interaction with the community and the people. I love that people come to me and they look for answers. I love that I can help them.
What keeps you up at night, though?
Oh,
Everything
keeps me up at night. Policies, what we're not doing good, what we need to change, why people won't change it. And the yes people, why they're not doing their follow through. That really bothers me. It really bothers me because we're small.
Yeah.
And, when you're smaller, it's more noticeable. And I don't like it when we are not doing the best we can for our citizens.
So you've talked a little bit about Fulton County, and you talked a little bit about the, I think, Mennonite and the Amish that did not feed you what you were looking for.
I know. A cookie. I just wanted a cookie.
So if I was coming to Fulton County and I was going to try the one dish you must have, what is the cuisine of Fulton County? What are we having in farm country?
Pork fried tenderloins.
Pork fried tenderloins.
They are the size of a dinner plate. It's a sandwich that I find that you don't find it much outside of Indiana.
I've never heard of it.
So yeah, a tenderloin grill, you can get them grilled if you're feeling a little health conscious, but let's face it, if you're eating a pork sandwich, what is truly health conscious about that?
Okay.
So it's a deep fried tenderloin. You could get them at our fairs. Almost all the restaurants serve them. It is a thing, and they are massive.
Pork fried tenderloins.
Pork fried tenderloins.
All right. So other than working and going to the county fair, what do you do for fun?
So this is terrible. So my fun is actually doing work within the Republican Party. So I'm the president of the Women's Republican Group. I'm a vice chair for the Central Committee for that. I'm a delegate to the state. So my fun is actually we go out, we do a lot of service projects within the community. We promote business with women. But I take the Republican values away from that. We're just there to help. I know that sounds bad, but we're there to help support our community.
Okay.
And to me, even though I'm a Republican, taking that label off of me, we are there to just promote the business as a whole and just for community awareness and spend some money there and help out. So
we've talked about the Fulton County Assessor's mobile office, your project that you're about to win an award for. Give me another example of good government in action that you've had a hand in.
Oh, geez. So I'm also I'm also part of the emergency management. So good government is when we have a mass of volunteers that go out when there's a crisis, and without asking, we just go in and help. We cut trees, we clear roadways, we bring people out of floods, we bring food. There's all sorts of stuff that we do on the emergency management side that go beyond just directing traffic for festivals or fireworks or what have you. When there's an actual need, we go out, we take pictures. We're a gateway to FEMA for people. So to me, that's good government as well. It's funded at the source by the county taxpayers, but there's a system of volunteers in the background, and those people, to me, they're an excellent example of good government, because if it wasn't for the government being there, they wouldn't be volunteering in this capacity.
Kasey Lee, the Fulton County Assessor, the first assessor we've had on the show, so thanks for that. Congratulations on the Fulton County Assessor's mobile office on your Achievement Award. It sounds like really good government, and you seem to be quite the self-starter and plowing ahead with it. And I'm sure it's a service that everyone who uses it really appreciates it, especially when someone from government actually, does a house call. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. And thank you for having me. I was thrilled when your title is Good Government. I actually have a good government initiative that I do.
Good.
And it's partnering with the school systems to teach them and help them understand what they do once they grow up. So I partner with them through their senior government class, and I can go in and talk to them about what it's like to own a home, what it's like to understand your taxes, mortgages. Like, I cover the whole gamut.
More good government.
More good government initiative. So
Kasey Lee, Fulton County Assessor, congratulations. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Want to hear more about good government? Check out another show I host, Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa Cities. I host the show with Brad Kavanaugh, Mayor of Dubuque, Iowa, and the immediate past president of the Iowa League of Cities. Together, we talk to leaders in Iowa cities. We talk about what works and what good government looks like in Iowa. Join us right here where you're listening now. That's Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa Cities. I really like this. She said her goal was not to make people afraid of government. I'm sure we've all had rough experiences waiting in line at the Department of Motor Vehicles, or zoning laws that don't make a lot of sense, or badly timed road construction. As Kasey Lee says, government is tricky, but she wants to bridge the divide to show that government can help. I really like how she directs her staff. She tells them, be a good person, be a good human, be the person you want to deal with when you walk into a government office. If everyone did that, government would improve for all of us. Congress, I hope she runs. Good luck, future Representative Kasey Lee. Well, that's our show. Thanks for listening. Please like us and share us with your friends and review us right here where you're listening. And check out our website, goodgovernmentshow.com, for extras. Help us keep telling stories of good government in action everywhere. Join us again for another episode right here. I'm Dave Martin, and this is The Good Government Show. The Good Government Show is a Valley Park production. Jim Ludlow, Dave Martin, that's me, and David Snyder are the executive producers. Our show is edited and produced by Jason Stershic. Please subscribe, then share us, and like us and review us. That's the best way to make sure we're able to keep telling these stories of our government working for all of us. Then listen to the next episode of The Good Government Show.
This podcast is part of the Democracy Group,